Jared Consulting provide talent management consulting, recruitment solutions and agile resourcing services, helping you attract, resource and retain the best caliber talent for your business. In these challenging times, staying connected with our teams is vital. It is vital for their well-being, for the alignment to goals and of course business performance, both in the short and long term. Doing the right thing now is critical. Experienced managers know that offering sincere feedback face-to-face is an art form. When done via video conference or phone call, however, the exchange takes on another level of complexity. These virtual performance conversations can be tricky. The concerns are real. Will it seem too impersonal? Will something be misconstrued because we can't really see what's going on with each other behind the screen? How can I make this experience a positive one when personal interaction seems so far removed? Employees may feel anxious about having a performance discussion at this time, so try to put their minds at rest. It is really important to ensure this is a good way of staying connected, of making sure feedback is exchanged in a timely way, etc. It might feel a bit different, but it is still just a conversation. It is important to have video on to feel more personal. We have pulled together our top tips to help managers navigate performance conversations. As for many of our clients, it's that time again, and never has it been more important to actually connect with your people. Tip 1. Set expectations and stick to them. Schedule the time on both calendars, respect it and honour it. Unless there is a compelling reason, this shouldn't be postponed. Rather, it should be prioritised. Make sure that you arrange it with plenty of notice so that you both have time to prepare. This will minimise the likelihood of needing to postpone. Tip 2. Use video meetings if possible. People will be more comfortable with the conversation when they are able to see the non-verbal cues and know that they have your full attention. Make sure that your Wi-Fi is reliable and that the platform you choose to use is robust. Also, try to make sure that you are not going to be interrupted or distracted, and that there isn't anything hanging on the wall behind you which will be picked up by the video lens and distract the person you are speaking with. Tip 3. Be aware of your body language. Non-verbal cues count. When conducting a performance review using video, this definitely applies. Be aware of the unconscious, subtle visual cues that you give and receive. Are your arms crossed? Does the other person seem closed off with shrugged shoulders? Or are their eyes looking down or away? Is their hand covering their mouth or neck? If so, you may be seeing signs of restraint or holding back, and you can use this awareness to ask more specific questions. Pay attention to what their facial expressions and gestures are telling you, and remember to project openness in your posture. It'll pay off in this meeting and in future interactions. Tip 4. Listen carefully and actively. As a manager or someone who is responsible for reviewing someone's performance, it is important to approach this as a two-way conversation. By being an active listener, you will discover more about the person you are speaking with and naturally cultivate trust and respect. When reviewing an employee's performance, give them the chance to tell you about their biggest wins or challenges without interruption. Listen carefully to the words they're using. Do they feel accountable, empowered, or misunderstood or judged? Try to understand their role from their perspective. It just might reshape your opinions and give you clarity in terms of how you can help them build their professional strengths and bolster their weaknesses. Tip 5. Be appropriately direct. How you communicate feedback should depend on a number of things, including your own personal style, the company culture, who you are speaking to and how they receive feedback, and what type of message you are trying to convey. Context is generally key to landing feedback well, so take time to set the scene. It is important to strike a delicate balance between what others expect in terms of directness and how to clearly get your message across. This is especially the case when you are not face-to-face with the person, as messages can more easily be taken out of context, misinterpreted or missed because the environment in which the feedback is being given is an unfamiliar one. Tip 6. Speak compassionately. No matter how challenging a work situation may be, remember that everyone is human and that you are all on the same team. Try, therefore, to open a transparent and honest dialogue, offer helpful advice, thoughtful recommendations and constructive criticism. By doing so, you will create a safe space for sharing information. You'd want to know if your employee is juggling a stressful personal situation that could impact their job, or if they are struggling with difficult co-workers or clients, or that the transition to remote working given the coronavirus is a challenge to them. Every situation is multifaceted and complicated, especially right now. If you approach a performance review with empathy, it's more likely that you'll be able to see the big picture. Tip 7. Always solicit feedback. As already mentioned, and with any conversation, great performance reviews should be a two-way discussion. Wonder what your direct report thinks of your managerial style? Don't overlook this golden opportunity to find out. Begin by posing questions in the most non-threatening manner possible in order to ensure that the stakes are low. People need to feel safe when giving feedback and that they trust that their words aren't going to backfire on their career prospects. Of course, receiving praise is wonderful, but when you do hear something difficult, take heart in the fact that your employee feels comfortable enough to trust you with the information. Tip 8. Real-time feedback. Having regular conversations and check-ins with your people is important, but when managing your team remotely, they become essential. See our top tips for maximising effectiveness of your team while they work from home. Employees need real-time feedback to deal with the day-in, day-out things that need improvement. Millennials, a group known for their love of instant feedback and encouragement from leaders, seem to especially appreciate in-the-moment evaluation. As they continue to make their mark on the modern workplace, more and more businesses are putting a premium on natural conversations over formal performance reviews. To find out more about our virtual, bite-sized learning modules on conducting effective performance conversations, giving feedback, the manager as coach, and much more, contact us at inquiries@jaredconsulting.com or 0333 939 8053. We look forward to hearing from you.